Hey everyone, my name is Raylan Dennis and welcome to my presentation on what is worth teaching. For my first question, I asked, will my students listen to what I believe is right and wrong? And for my first point, I said not everyone's going to listen to you. I have an example of that, of myself. My freshman year, I was in choir. I was in choir every single year, but I just remember this from my freshman year specifically. My choir teacher was talking about college, and I was like, why are you talking about college? 1, I'm a freshman. 2, I'm in choir. I thought it was really stupid, and I wasn't really listening. But I wish I listened and paid attention more because I could have learned something from her because she went through college. She's been teaching for many, many years. So I wish I kind of took more of her advice. I don't remember what she said because I wasn't paying attention. So sometimes students aren't going to listen to what teachers have to say on what they believe is right and wrong. Laura said in the discussion, living your beliefs and openly explaining your love and reasoning behind them is more prompting to students than just declaring of right and wrong. And Melissa, also my partner, she said, I think the students will be able to listen and learn from your example that what you believe is true to you, and maybe your example can touch the students in a way that will teach them right and wrong without teaching them. Those kind of go hand in hand to me. Being that example, living your actions, or living your beliefs in actions, I think students will pay attention to that more than what you have to say. It's kind of weird, but students watch teachers because they like to see what they'll do wrong. So if you try and do what you believe is right, then they'll see your example. If you do something what you believe is wrong, then they'll maybe like, what? But I don't think living your beliefs on what you think is wrong, because then you're going to show that bad example. But I'm just saying in the right circumstances, and what you believe is right is for an action. Like, if I think this person is sad, and I think they need some love, I'll give them love. So maybe their students will, their peers will give them more love. So that's just an example in my head of service or something. But yeah, in summary, living your actions of what you believe in can sometimes speak louder than words, because, actions speak louder than words. For my second question, am I able to change a student's point of view on something I believe in? This kind of ties in with my first question in a way. Possibly. You can't always change someone's mind. Excuse me, I cannot read today. I learned that the hard way. You can't change someone's mind. I mean, you can maybe show them what you believe in, but they'll just believe what they believe in. Yeah, you can't really change someone's mind all the time. Sometimes you can, but mainly you can't, from my experience. Caitlin on the discussion board says, I think the best way to teach others is to give them facts and try to remain as unbiased as possible. Then it is up to the student to decide and choose what they want to believe. And I personally 100% totally agree with this. I had teachers do this where they'll be like, well, look at this. This is what I see. Is this what you see? And it could not be what they see is to be true. So it's just let the students decide for themselves instead of saying, you have to believe this. You have to. Well, no, they don't have to. They have their own agency like we do. And then DNC 81, that scripture is talking about missionary work and stuff. And I said we can do missionary work, whether that is spreading the gospel or trying to say what we believe is true to our students. I think, well, that's what we're supposed to do on earth. We're supposed to spread the gospel, but you can't really spread the gospel sometimes in school. But I guess what I'm trying to say is through example of missionary work, so that could be service or just being really kind to your students. I thought that scripture was very present for my question. My last question is, how do I know I'm teaching the right lesson? Pray about it. God will guide you through the right lesson. Focus the curriculum. Too much is too much. Dig deep. Take time. Make it count. You know it may not be popular practice, but it is the best practice. That is from an article that someone gave to me, and I liked what it said. I have learned that there's no right lesson. You can teach from your heart as well as what you have to teach for the school. You do what you think your students should learn right now. So I kind of said all of them together because they kind of tie it in together. There is no really right lesson. It's sometimes what you believe in, but you do have to teach what the school and what the county wants you to teach. You can fill in some stuff on what you think they should learn at the same time, along with what they have to teach for the school. But there is no like right lesson. It's really what the teachers decide is what they think is for their students, and then pray about it. God will guide you through the right lesson. I love to pray. I love to hopefully have that guidance from God. So I think that's having that religious standpoint is to pray. So yeah. Thanks for viewing my presentation. I hope all of this made sense.